get started with demi, we actually work backwards by adding color to the face first. So we're gonna add color and tone and kind of create a little bit more of an even skin tone using the color seint. So this is not gonna add texture to the skin. You're gonna be able to see all the texture that my skin has. Texture of skin is actually really beautiful. It's normal to have variation of skin tones. And with demi, you're just going to learn to create balance on the face. I'm gonna go into this high saturation of orange, and I'm gonna place it in areas that I need a little bit more color, but I can also place it in areas of melasma and things where because orange also targets excess color, like darkness in the skin, so it will tone down my melasma without using it too much product.
It will probably feel like you are doing nothing, but trust this process and don't use too much product.
Now that I've added a little bit of color to the skin, I'm gonna move on to toning out some of the redness. Anytime you touch your face with anything, it's going to bring blood to that area, so it's gonna make it look a little bit red. So as I'm applying a little bit of that orange, it's going to make my skin look a little bit red, and once it calms down, you're gonna see that it's there. You don't need a lot of product. It's super, super pigmented, so it's almost like you're just dusting the color on. So I'm gonna go in with this neutral yellow, and we're going to hit some of the redness that I have.
The redness is excess purple. That's why I'm using a yellow.
Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take a little bit of a violet red, and we're gonna brighten right outside my eye here. You're gonna see how that opens up the eye without me actually ever doing anything to my under eye. And then I'm gonna go in and add some blush. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a red violet, and I'm just gonna go in, fill in the gaps where I don't have color, and don't worry about areas that have extreme redness. We can go in filtering that later.
Pick a color that mimics the way you flush for the most natural look.
Now I'm gonna add a little bit of sculpt to fill in the gaps around my melasma spots here and give my face a little bit more structure.
No harsh lines here. You really are being very specific of where you're placing the color. Gaps around my melasma. Same with the bridge of my nose to sculpt there and bring some definition. I work with the colors that are already on my nose to help me create the shape. Using these colors on my eyes as well will just enhance the colors that are there already and make it look like I just naturally have a beautiful eyeshadow. You can add some under your lip as well to make them look fuller, and then of course sculpt out that neckline and a little bit extra on the temples.
So now that I have balanced my face by toning it really lightly, you can see there is still texture of just my skin, but you don't really see makeup texture. Now in the next video, I'm gonna go in and filter out any areas of excess color that is a distraction on my face.